You found the perfect investment property. The math works, the cash flow is solid, and you're coasting towards closing. But then the appraisal comes back, and the appraiser checked one little box that brings everything to a screeching halt. Declining market. Suddenly your lender is panicking, dropping your leverage and asking you to bring thousands of extra dollars to the closing table just to save the loan. So what exactly does this mean, and is your deal dead? Today we're tackling the dreaded topic of declining markets and DSCR loans. In this part 16 of the series, we're going to break down exactly what triggers this dangerous designation, how it directly impacts your loan to value and terms, and most importantly, the strategies you can use to protect your capital and get your deal across the finish line. Declining markets and DSCR loans. One final property eligibility wrinkle to be aware of as a well-informed DSCR loan borrower is what it means and what happens if your property is classified to be in a so-called declining market. Similar to the rural classification, the market classification, basically declining versus not, varies from lender to lender in terms of eligibility and methodology. However, it is not typically as common as a source of restrictions as rural or non-rural designations. A good chunk of DSCR lenders will not treat properties in declining markets any differently. Most lenders, however, will rely on the property values row in the housing trends section in the appraisal. This is right next to the neighborhood characteristics location section that determines rural versus suburban versus urban. In similar manner to the section structure, there are 3 boxes for the appraiser to check related to property values in the property's market, as 1 increasing, 2 stable, or 3 declining. Fannie Mae provides guidance to appraisers that this determination should be supported by market data from the property's immediate area over the past 12 months, with a focus on the recent 3 to 6 month trends. Appraisers are instructed to focus on trends of sales prices and additional factors like days on market or price increases or reductions to make their determination. While nearly all DSCR lenders use a market trends classification as part of their qualification process, some will also include certain states, cities, or metropolitan statistical areas, MSAs, that their internal team has flagged as declining for additional restrictions. Because DSCR lenders are private lenders doing business purpose loans only, a lot of regulations aimed at requiring access to all Americans don't apply, and lenders can have more leeway to exclude lending in certain markets. In recent years, some DSCR lenders have added additional markets to their quote-unquote declining markets classification, even if not flagged in the appraisal, such as areas that overheated during the 2020-2021 COVID hysteria like Boise, Idaho, and Austin, Texas, or oversaturated vacation markets during the STR craze in the same years, such as Joshua Tree, California, or the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, or even entire states that have a combination of overregulation, meaning tend to have anti-landlord or anti-lender laws, and recent population losses, such as Illinois or New Jersey. The good news for real estate investors who have good market knowledge of areas that could be flagged as declining is that DSCR loans on properties in these markets are often still eligible. Further, they don't typically come with higher rates or any worse pricing. The only difference will typically be a minor LTV restriction, such as lowering the maximums by 5%. Meaning, for example, if the general lender maximum is 80% LTV or a 20% down payment, then in a declining market, the maximum LTV would be 75% or a 25% down payment, with no other restrictions or changes to points or rate. That's all we've got for DSCR loans in declining markets. If you want to learn more, head over to harpooncapital.com and fill out our Contact Us form. When you do, we'll send you our completely free ebook, 10 Obstacles for DSCR Loans and How to Overcome Them. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the description for all the links we mentioned today. Happy investing, and we'll see you in the next video where we'll cover DSCR loans and condos. See you next time.